The scenario depicted herein highlights the intricacies inherent in high-profile legal matters, as former President Donald Trump's legal team endeavors to lift a gag order imposed by a New York court. Trump's legal team highlights the significance of his First Amendment rights to publicly express his opinions and defend himself in their case. While we continue with this video, we kindly ask that you spare a few moments of your valuable time to subscribe and then turn on our notification bell so that you may stay updated. In their filing, Trump's lawyers emphasize their argument that their client is innocent of any wrongdoing and should not face consequences for the acts of others. This defense exemplifies their approach to safeguarding Trump's public persona in a trial that holds great significance for him. Trump's legal team's effort to lift the gag order, opposed by the judge's counsel, highlights the continuous tension between protecting trial participants and preserving their constitutional rights. Trump's attorneys assert that their client's ability to critique apparent prejudices in the trial and speak freely reflects the larger discussion about the boundaries of free speech, especially in delicate legal issues. They contend that Trump's capacity to talk freely is essential to preserving public faith in the trial. An additional layer to the case is the response from the judge's counsel, who stressed the necessity to reinstate the gag order due to safety concerns and the rise in abusive texts following its lifting. This exemplifies the difficulties inherent in preserving an impartial and fair legal procedure while simultaneously protecting the rights of everyone participating in such hearings. The matter is still quite contentious and shows how famous political people's court cases are scrutinized and how high the stakes are. The verdict on whether to uphold or remove the gag order will affect future cases with comparable facts as well as this specific one. The year 2024 might see him rerunning for president. Americans for Prosperity and similar organizations face a formidable obstacle in his enduring influence within the Republican Party. AFP, which opposes one conservative ideology and seeks to promote another, the anti-Trump AFP's campaign is emblematic of a larger fight for the party's future inside the Republican establishment. There is a rising group inside the party that wants to go beyond Trump's style of politics, even if he is still a powerful figure with a dedicated following. A more inclusive and pragmatic style of government, together with a return to conventional conservative ideas, is what this group is promoting. As a strategic move, AFP sent out mailings to conservative voters in an effort to change party leadership and reclaim the White House in 2024. Some have speculated that AFPS is trying to bring the party in line with more mainstream conservative ideals in order to attract a larger voter base by emphasizing issues like decreasing taxes and government expenditure, increasing school choice, safeguarding free speech, and overhauling the justice system. The conservative movement's efforts to reorganize itself and AFPS's stance against Trump are reflections of the party's continuing ideological and strategic disputes. How this internal conflict plays out will determine the party's trajectory leading up to and including the presidential election. The dynamic between Trump's camp and organizations like the AFP will undoubtedly impact the future of the Republican Party. The party's chances of winning the 2024 presidential election and continuing to shape American politics depend on how well it can put aside its differences and work together. At a pivotal point in the trial, Trump testified in an effort to dispel the charges by characterizing his conduct as ordinary corporate procedures rather than willful deceit. The judge's decision to deny the subpoena for Barbara Jones indicated a cautious approach to preserving the independence and integrity of the court-appointed monitor's job. In order to maintain objectivity and fairness, it is essential to clearly delineate the boundaries between investigation, monitoring, and trial proceedings, as this ruling highlights. Allegations against Trump and his company continue to be the center of attention as the trial progresses. The fate of Trump's political career and his corporate empire are both hanging in the balance in this high-stakes legal dispute. There has never been a more significant legal obstacle for Trump than the $250 million civil fraud action. The outcome of this case will have far-reaching consequences for his reputation and future political ambitions. A reminder of the legal challenges that Trump's team confronts in constructing a defense against the Attorney General's claims is the rejection of the request to subpoena Jones. Every new twist in this long legal drama is shedding light on the murky financial operations of the Trump Organization, and the trial is far from over. As the trial continues, members of the general public and members of the legal community will be keeping a close eye on the case to see what happens next and how it might have an impact on one of the most influential people in American politics and business. Judge Arthur Engoron displayed his commitment to protecting the integrity of the trial process by presiding over the civil business fraud case against Donald Trump and the Trump Organization. The examination hearing was an essential component of this commitment. During this hearing, Trump's counsel vigorously attempted to summon the court-appointed monitor, Barbara Jones, to testify. Barbara Jones, a former United States District Judge who is currently acting as a monitor over the Trump Organization, plays a significant role in the litigation. This is especially true with respect to the sale of some of Trump's assets. According to Judge Engoron, the fact that she was appointed demonstrates that the court is taking the allegations of financial impropriety seriously. The interaction between the judge and Chris Keese, who represents Trump during the hearing, illustrates the complexity of the matter. The fact that the judge gave the request of the attorneys significant attention reflects his dedication to ensuring that the trial would proceed as planned and would not contain any testimony that was improper or irrelevant. Both the high status of the defendant and the potential repercussions of the case contribute to the significance of the case. If the Trump Organization is found guilty, imposing sanctions or limitations on the organization would significantly impact its continued operations and profitability. There is a possibility that this trial will have far-reaching ramifications, both legally and politically. Judge Engoron's handling of the legal concerns presented by Trump's legal team will be closely scrutinized by the court throughout the case. The significance of his leadership in the courtroom will have a significant impact on the outcome of this historic case. Appointing loyalists to positions of vital importance. According to reports, the Trump administration plans to station members in various federal agencies as part of the program. In accordance with this policy, the only thing that matters for government positions is how loyal a person is to Trump, rather than their actual talent or expertise. Threatening employees of the Korean government with punishment for their efforts to collect taxes has the potential to undermine the independence and effectiveness of federal agencies tasked with protecting the environment and other essential components of the government. Through the utilization of the Schedule F presidential order, the claimed plan proposes the reclassification of civil officials in Korea as political appointees. As a result, government employees may lose the protections typically afforded to them, potentially creating an atmosphere of fear and subservience within the federal workforce. Because of this, the organization of the civil service, which has been in place for a very long time, might go through considerable changes. These developments may affect the performance of the government. According to studies conducted in the field of political science, an increase in the number of political appointees, particularly those who lack appropriate experience, may result in a decrease in the responsiveness and performance of the government. In light of the potential impact that this could have on public services and the effectiveness of government institutions, this presents a threat to democratic institutions. If this theory were put into action, it could severely undermine the democratic values of objectivity and legality. If the foundations of democracy in the United States are individual allegiance to leaders rather than democratic ideas and institutions, then the democratic system in the country runs the risk of crumbling. Reasons that could work: the request that Marjorie Taylor Greene make an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel's show could have been motivated by a variety of factors. It could be an attempt to communicate with a greater number of people and share her thoughts with them. The other possibility is that it is a strategy to counteract the unfavorable emotions that the public has expressed toward her in the media. With regard to this request, there are a few different points of view. There are a lot of people who think that Greene is attempting to get people to talk, but there are also individuals who think that it is an opportunity for her to question the status quo and start another conversation. The media's influence on political campaigns. This case demonstrates how the entertainment media has the ability to influence public opinion on matters pertaining to politics. Jimmy Kimmel's talk show serves as a powerful platform, enabling guests to shape popular opinion and political narratives. The normalization of communication, which is politically controversial, is one of the problems that occurs. The appearance of contentious political leaders on entertainment channels presents a significant challenge because it has the potential to normalize speech that is either strong or divisive. Show hosts face a difficult balancing act when it comes to maintaining a platform for a variety of opinions while also avoiding the amplification of negative narratives and accountability in public discussion. If Marjorie Taylor Greene appears on the show, she may have the opportunity to take responsibility. Jimmy Kimmel, a host who is renowned for having passionate talks that she does not frequently find in her regular political circles, may criticize her in response to her words and opinions. Kimmel is known for conducting these kinds of conversations. It is possible that this choice will have a significant impact on how the general public views Greene. It is possible that this choice will have a significant impact on how the general public views Greene. Her performance and the material being discussed will determine the impact of this choice. It is possible that it will either win over her supporters or turn off those who are opposed to her. In contrast to the serious political debate, the presence of lightheartedness in recent times, there has been a rise in the degree to which entertainment and politics are becoming intertwined. When presented in an entertainment style, serious political issues run the risk of being overly simplified or presented in a manner that is overly simplistic. In addition, I would appreciate it if you could offer your thoughts in the specified section.